Getting some powdered gold today. It's a bunch of little fine stuff. I reset the pan before I went live, so haven't got much. I got more in the snuffer bottle. I was like, oh, this is actually good. I'll show it. It's right along this wash bank of the run here. And only on the surface. I wish it was deeper, then it'd give me more material. Once again, one arm working because I tore my left bicep. Can't beat the scenery. Could use a little less wind. Could use some clear water. Oh, come on, show through here. There. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in just that clean pan. Oh shoot. There are buyers that will buy your I'm trying to think of who. I know Gold Bay likes fine stuff to add to their pay dirt buckets. To their pay dirt. I know Klesh buys gold, but that requires shipping, and you know, shipping that far and shipping gold in the mail is always a gerundum. Hey there, Alaska Assassin. Good to see you, man. Second time out panning prospecting this year, and I'm going for a pile of powder today. I don't expect any nuggets, but I am seeing good finds along this gravel wash area along the big river here. So it's there's no big flakes. I mean, I'd like to see a big flake, but all I'm getting is if I can get that light just right. You see all those little flecks of fine gold. There's one there, there's one there. Stay focused. There, there, there. So it's not a lot by any means. But like I say, like snowflakes, they add up. And you can't really beat the scenery here. This is a public place anyone can go to, but you gotta walk a long ways to find something good. And hopefully I don't get surprised by rising water, but I got plenty of room to run. Oh yeah? I'd be lucky if I get a 1/4 gram out of this fine stuff. I'm not working near enough volume to really get the number. It feels like a little silty clay right there. Let's see. Oh, it's a different layer right there. It was only on the surface when I tested back there. I got my camera set up back there. I started doing a YouTube video for it, and I was like, you know what? This is some dead time doing a time lapse. I'll do a live. Oh yeah, right there. Right there. Hey, I like that one too. Today I went, since I'm one arm working, I went with my lighter garden variety, which works in the glacial till here. It's not super packed. We even got some little sand dunes from the wind out here. But this isn't a spot to pay the bills unless you really work it all day long. But most spots I find are like 10 to 20 feet, and then they run out. And they're such fine gold. Plus, you have to be wary of this river. You never know upstream if a glacier will let out and raise the water by a foot, or a storm, because the mountains do get storms here in Alaska. Alright, that water is filthy. Let's do a peekaboo. Trying to make sure my footing's good. I still need to be careful. I tore my bicep last March, had surgery in April. So you can see in that black sand there's a few. There's several right there. They're tiny. Don't mistake this for super celebration, but they add up. How'd you do that? I don't know. I think it was a previous injury that never quite fully tore, and just one day after a long day of work, when I was going back to my room, it decided to go. Oh, nice. That's a good one. You got it for 14. Cool. Yeah, I've got a variety. I like my S-wing pick when I'm real. Oh, that rock is cemented in there. That's good. That's really good. I wish this water wasn't so. You see how it's so dirty? I can't see really what's under here. So I'm going by feel of compaction of silt, if there's a clay layer, and just working what I can. And checking out pretty rocks beneath the mountains here. While I'm filming a YouTube, getting some time lapse, there's my bag there. I wanted to use my little super mini sluice, but good luck in this big stream. So, alright, looks like I gotta get this wrap this up. I've been just using this cheap and flimsy was I shoveling? No, I wasn't shoveling. It just randomly, I was using a handrail going up the stair, going back to my room, and it felt like the worst cramp ever. It just didn't feel the same. And then I got home and checked it out, and then next thing you know, they're like, yep, here's right there's a little flake sitting right there. That's not, but that little one right there is. Hot dang. Get in that pan. All right, I'll wash it better. Oh, it's stuck to that little clay. So I need to focus on that clay. All right, I need to shake these down. Need to get you. I will have some time to go check that out too. We are getting ourselves a Class B camper van, and I finally have the process going for it. Seems everything's finally lining up. I was afraid it wouldn't work. Yep. You see right there. Stay focused. Nice little powder pile. Nice little powder pile. We need more. Yeah, this is a vast. This river changes directions all the time, and before it actually started migrating so far east over here, it almost took out the highway, and they had emergency crews doing all sorts of stuff to try and save it. All right. I'm just standing up, squatting, panning for so long, gets a little tiring. Try to keep my center low so I stay balanced. So we got that rock out. I wonder if that clay, yeah, it's a little silt-lined clay. It forms from glaciers. Ray would know that. Oh, that's a cool one. Like a banded quartz, calcite, all linear with that green. Pretty rocks, but I like the yellow metal ones. If I can just get a chunk about that big, right? Wasn't everyone like that? Oh yeah, this one's still packed in here. I wish I could use two hands. Oh, that was a good size one. need to get this down a little cleaner. I just want to get a good pile going. Hey, Hanses. Hey there, Ed. I'm getting a little bit. I'm doing it the light way. I'd like to use my Garrett Super Sluice, but when you get tired, you need both arms for that. And I can't use both arms with my newly rebuilt bicep, but I can enjoy the day and keep it light. I love checking the rocks. Sometimes you find those really cool rocks that are just like, you want to know what it is, maybe you don't know what it is, and yep, that powder is adding up more. Let me get this down a little further and try and, I have no clear water, so there's no clear water to show you extremely well without this live unfocusing, but we'll get this pan carefully down. If I lose something, I lose something. Oh well. Get to bring it back, settle it back in. Just gently. All right, let's see what we got here. See that line up there? That's not even showing what I sucked up earlier. Oh yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not overdoing it, or I'd be doing much more. I chose one of the flattest places without boulders to hop so that I don't trip and injure myself. The only thing I got to be careful for is where the water drops off. But this spot right here, it kind of flows back and it's been swirling material, and I know it's fairly shallow and safe. So I'm staying away from the main channel. Over there might be a little sketchy, so, but I don't think I'll have the energy to make it that far. But stay focused. It's trying to focus on the sky when I get the reflection. But there we go. That's the kind of little light accumulation. It reminds me of the North Saskatchewan. When I visited there, I wasn't sure of the rules, permits and stuff, so I just joined up with some people. They had their permit and stuff, and I helped them dig into their expanded riffle sluice. And boy, did that powder add up. Oops. Tilted the pan too far. Oh, that's a nice little right there. I think I'm trying to find that silty gray clay. It's crazy how the clay here kind of forms. It's all from the glacier wash. So there's multiple glaciers that feed this river. But the river is the Matanuska River. Ooh, look at that. And its namesake is the main glacier that feeds it. I don't see the right stuff. Doesn't hurt to look. Oh yeah, you can pan this too. When you get to the upper stretches, there are claims. Just you got to check like Alaska Mapper and stuff. Some areas are designated recreation areas, and they don't have claims. Hey, internal compass. Well, good to see you here. I'm hoping to take my trucks out here. I think the next day or two, we're supposed to get really hot, which I know most of you will laugh at me about, but it's supposed to be like 71 degrees. That's going to be nearly unbearable. I mean, it's 54 or something like that right now, and I'm already a little bit warm. Oh yeah, I see a bigger one right there. I think that's the biggest one I've gotten. It's adorable, but it's the biggest one. Sorry, little gold can be exciting too. Oh wait, was I looking at that one or that one? So Our pile of powder is adding up. I do have a snuffer. I already snuffed up a bunch of stuff from the first few pans, but mainly when I was testing, because if I panned the top and then I repanned it and I couldn't tell the difference of what was underneath, then I wouldn't know. But I dug down about 8 inches, got nada. I mean, like 1 or 2 micros, but 1 or 2 micros for a full pan is not worth it in this kind of thing. You want to focus on the layers that will accumulate it so you can make a little snowball out of your gold. Oh yeah, right there's a tight spot. That's a cool one. Like a cement. Almost like it's a caliche, but it's green. All sorts of character, and it's really heavy. Really heavy is a good sign. Oh, oh. Oh, it doesn't have that glassy look. It's serpentine. Bummer. Some of these, when they hit the water just right, they look glassy, and you know that's a jade. It's still a beautiful greenstone of serpentine, but not a jade. Would polish up really good. Can't complain about the scenery. Unfortunately, the wind died down. We were getting some really good dust devils out here. This is a rock hounder's paradise. Literally, it's a few square miles of open stuff out here. And when the water's flowing higher, there's all sorts of braids, which will give you this fine gold opportunity. But for some reason, the river just wants to stay right here. That peak is 6,000. That's Matanuska Peak. Way out there in those clouds is Mount Good, G-O-O-D-E, and it's 10,000, I believe, maybe a little higher, or 8,000. I'm drawing a blank. In the back corner behind this dark slope hill is Mount Marcus Baker, and it's 14,000 feet. That one's Pioneer Peak, and it's over 6,000 feet. So when I was in Colorado, it was adorable at the time. People are like, aren't these mountains beautiful? And I'm like, yeah, no, they are. You know, they're grand. They look really cool. They're like, yeah, but they're at 14,000 feet. And I go, yeah, I got the same thing at home, basically. They're like, how is that? And I go, well, we're basically maybe 20 foot, 30 foot above sea level here. And I have 6,000. So if I was standing on a ladder at 8,000 feet, like where some of those mountains in Colorado start, and added 6,000 feet to it, like that one, I would have a 14,000 foot mountain. And they're like, no, it doesn't work that way. I go, no, the air doesn't, because it's a lot thinner where you are, but the perception of the mountain is about the same when you start higher. I'm in Washington. Oh, nice. Hey, George, thanks for tuning in. Sorry, I was getting on my rant about Colorado when I prospect there. I will say, I am out of breath a lot more at 9,000 feet. Any bear walking around? Nah, not right now. They're walking, but not in this area. Oops. Similar scenery, yeah. I noticed when you got out towards like Darrington and Concrete, like you get the Grand Mountains like that too. Oh, yep, still keeping it, still got it. I'm half tempted to suck it up and start again. The last place I sucked up was right there. Maybe I should do a dump in view. Shoot, I don't remember if I cleaned this one out last time. I took one or the other snuffer bottle up, whatever. We know the difference between the flour fine gold and this gold is actually perfect where that Jason with Flour Gold Wizard, his thing would be perfect for this tiny gold. All right. Rinse those threads out. Let's see a total here. Shoot. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. Partially because of the camera, and partially because of my injury. All right, can I do it? Cheer me on, folks. I'm joking. I'm trying to be funny. This is the second time I've gone panning this year since my injury and since it thawed out, so I'm just a little more happy about being out here. And we got 645 glorious people in here. If you guys haven't subbed, and I'd appreciate it if you did. I love updating my wife with the numbers and giving her a treat. All right. Okay, some of that is leftover, but so that one is leftover, but it's like a starry night in the blue pan. There's a lot that aren't. There we go. And there's more in this black sand. Those two were from the last time. The last time I went panning, those bigger ones. It isn't much, but hey, it's gold. All gold is good gold. I'm gonna be a little careful here. I really need to pluck these larger rocks out, and these little pebbles like to roll around and get in the way. Part of them were in the pan already before I dumped it. I should have cleared them before. But you kind of get golden vision is what I call it, where you do silly things that you know you should be doing beforehand, but you want to see the gold. Kind of like tunnel vision, but I call it golden vision. Get this down here. Got it so it won't knock back as much. I need to be careful. I'm trying to stay to the side here where the current's not running. Hey, what is that? Sent a gift? Ooh, a pepper? Thank you. I think I've gotten 1 or 2 gifts and I didn't catch them because I was trying to watch what I was doing. Thank you. But no gifts are necessary. I'm just having a good time showing everyone what I'm doing. There we go. Taking those rocks out really helps show it. That is a lot of flour gold. The bigger flakes are from the other day panning. There's a chunk of lead right there. Because gold miners remove lead from the streams, but we're working this edge here. See, those big ones you can see from afar. Well, actually, you can see all that flour gold, and there's more in this black sand too. So I started right there, just working the top layer across, and I'm basically to right here. I try to keep my tools in my dig zone, and I'm thinking, I don't know how much longer I'll be doing this for. I need to check on the other cameras, finish up the other video. There's my 105 liter pack. That's what I think what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and save some of this spot, and I'm gonna work it with my high banker this week. I can one-handed dig with one of those smaller garden shovels and feed that baby, and then I will be doing more. I think that's a good idea. I need to run my crux. I've got my 35 amp hour battery, and I know that each scoop, if I wasn't just panning it, I could be getting a lot more of that gold. So I appreciate everyone being here. I just wanted to show what I was up to with all that flour gold and a few good flakes and the scenery that I'm working in. So until next time, may your pans be golden and you have a good morning, day, or night, whatever it is, wherever you are.